You said, do you think it would be possible to practice something and have something ready by August 20th? And I don't know if you're looking to have something ready that's fire or LED, but assuming you just want LED, then I think the answer is, the short answer is yes, we could have something. The longer answer is the depth and quality of what it would be is going to depend on the rigor with which you practice and the amount of difficulty we try and put in the piece. However, I think there's different goals when you can be, when you're building your poi practice, you could be building it to have an infinite repertoire of moves because you like the challenge of trying to like solve the puzzle that each move presents. But you could also be really honing your skills into a very small repertoire that you learn to express with a wide array of visual presentation of it. So like even if you just take the weave that you already know how to do and you learn how to do it with a larger size that appears like a different move, but the technique of it isn't so different and it's not like you're really solving a different puzzle. So I think what we could do is, I mean, it depends on how long a performance you actually want to be doing, but I think we could get you to a place where you could be doing 90 seconds. So that seems doable, assuming that you continue practicing at least what you've been doing, which is like 40 minutes a week. A minute and a half. Well, yes, but it doesn't feel like it's very short when you're on the stage and it's your first performance. I would rather under-promise and have you feel like you can do more than that than say, oh yeah, you can have a 5-minute performance, no problem. But I feel like your repertoire is pretty small right now. And given that you have comfortably maybe 4 or 5 moves, and we don't have necessarily even all of the moves connected to each other in a smooth flow, I mean, we're talking about 2 months from yesterday, we're talking about a 2-month period. If all you're practicing is under an hour a week, it's a tall order to get to a place where you would feel confident standing up in front of other people giving a performance. So I would rather set the expectation for a small performance that you feel like you can nail than have you try and shoot for something bigger that you feel intimidated by. So yes, but those are the parameters that I would put around it to say, I think you can do it under that provision. Again, I would be happy to be wrong and for you to have more than that. The goal of having 5 minutes is a fantastic longer term goal. I would say you don't want to wait until you can get to 5 minutes to do your first performance for a couple of reasons. You learn so much about the act of what it takes to perform by doing it. And you getting up and doing a 90-second performance may feel really short, but I assure you, if you haven't really done this before, the first time getting up there and doing it feels a lot longer to you than you think it does. And it takes a lot to be confident to hold an audience for 5 minutes. It's a lot easier to hold an audience for 90 seconds, especially in our like ADHD culture with all these, you know, where everything moves so fast and people have instant gratification. And I think getting juiced up from having had a successful 90-second performance will inspire you in the stepping stone. Here's another point to that. If you can get a 90-second performance and you face one way for the performance, like you have a piece of choreography, it's 90 seconds. You can face one way and then you can turn the other way and the piece looks completely different because you're facing the other way, but it's actually the same choreography. So if you have a 90-second piece of choreography that you repeat once or twice, or 3 times, once is 90 second, twice is 3 minutes, and 3 times is 4.5 minutes. So you can do that faster than you think, but you know, we have to get you the 90 seconds worth of material.